What's up, meatbags? It's the often imitated, never duplicated Tony TGD coming at you with another video. Now, this video was inspired by RetroBro. I was on a live stream a few weeks ago, and RetroBro, he was in the comments, he was in the chat, and he asked, he said, what could make Tony TGD interested in getting an Amico? Now, it's a very interesting question. I really didn't have an answer for him at the time because, I had to think about it. It's something you got to think about. And so I've been thinking about it for the last couple of weeks, trying to really, get a good answer because, I could say crazy things like, oh, put Skyrim on it or, Call of Duty or, the next Mortal Kombat exclusive, silly stuff that, would get me interested, but wouldn't really happen, in the wildest imagination. I could say like, an exclusive deal for only Star Wars games on Amico, but, this is not realistic. This is probably not going to happen. So I wanted to think of an answer where, something that was realistic, something that was actually possible on the Amico within the constraints of the Amico commandments, within the constraints of, Tommy Tallarico's vision. So I thought about it and I thought, you know, I had mentioned previously the dice physics. Now I really didn't explain this well, and that's on me. But in a lot of games, when you're playing, when you're rolling the dice, you push a button, you see the little animation on the screen, you get 12, an 8, a 5, whatever it is. But the reality is the game has a random number generator and it's already generating what number you're going to get. So you push the button, the game already knows you're getting a 6, and then it just plays an animation that makes it look like you rolled a 6. It's not actually rolling a 6. Games like Mario Party, they actually know exactly what you're going to roll before you even get to the, like at the start of everyone's turn, you got 4 players. At the start of the first player's turn, the computer already knows what second player, third player, fourth player has already rolled. Even though you haven't actually gone up to turn yet, it's already programmed to have those numbers in mind. So it doesn't matter what you do when you hit the dice, when you hit your button. None of that matters because it's already predetermined. Now, with the Amico controller, with being able to shake the dice on your controller, on the controller screen, and then dump it out into the game world, I was thinking it'd be really interesting if they were somehow able to figure out actual physics, instead of, dumping out the dice, but the machine already knowing, exactly what number you were going to get and then telling you. Rather, each die would be tracked by the machine. So you would shake your dice, dump them on the screen, and then they would roll as, like real dice would roll. It would have weight. When it hits something, it would bounce off accurately. And it would actually, be almost equivalent to rolling real dice, which is, if you play board games, if you're a hardcore board game player, if you're someone who's really into D&D, that's, one of the main reasons why they like physical dice over like using a computer program or using like, a game, because, they don't want a random number generator, because a random number generator is still just a program that's spitting out numbers. It's not actually a dice roll. You want to have that nice, smooth dice roll. You want to feel like you're affecting the outcome of what you're getting. So if they could figure out how to actually get real physics into their dice rolls, that would interest me a lot, and that would actually, push me to buying an Amico, because, then you'd be able to play, actual board games without having to drag out the board, set it up, find a table, clear a table out. You'd actually be able to play without, having to do all that stuff, but you'd still have that same experience, that same dice rolling experience. So if they could do that, I would definitely be interested in buying an Amico. Now, another thing that would get me interested in buying an Amico is sequels. Now, I know Tommy's got a lot of retro reimagined games, but that doesn't really interest me. Slapping on a new coat of paint on a game, calling it reimagined. I mean, that's for a lot of people, that's enough. But for me, I want to see it, taken to the next level. Make a sequel. Make Astro Smash 2. Add some things. Make it bigger, better. That game that you imagined as a kid, make that a reality, because you have the chance. You're in control of the company. You're trying to bring out these games, these simple games, but let's get some sequels. Let's get Astro Smash 2. Maybe, Snafu 2. I don't know a lot of the Intellivision games, but you get what I'm saying. Like, a lot of games would have sequel potential that never got a sequel. you'd be able to do it on the Amico. And that goes for more than just normal and television games. There's a lot of games that were on the Nintendo, the Super Nintendo, Genesis, PlayStation 1, whatever it is, that would fit on the Amico, but, a sequel, that would really interest people because now they'd be playing something new, something familiar, but something new at the same time. And I think that would interest me. There's games like Secret of Evermore that never got a sequel on the Super Nintendo. If you got a sequel on the Amico, I'd be interested. I love that game. That game's my jam. So, putting sequels on the Amico, that'd be a lot more interesting to me than just retro reimagined. Give me a sequel. Give me a part 2 to something. And the last thing that would interest me would obviously be a lower price. Now, I know a lot of people are saying, hey, it's $250, it's not that expensive. It's under the major consoles. It's not as expensive as an Xbox, not as expensive as a PlayStation or a high-end phone, or getting a Switch and 27 controllers or whatever the hell the argument is. But the fact of reality is it's $250 for simple experiences, and that's a real big barrier entry. Just think, like, I'm going to spend $250. I don't see enough games on there to keep me interested long term, so I'm going to spend $250 to play 3-4 games. That's kind of an expensive, that's not a lot of value. And I know you get 6 games with it, but if I don't like those 6, or if I'm not feeling those 6 games, to me, that I'm not getting 6, I'm just getting, the Amico. So, if it was a lower price, I understand, you can't really have a lower price. It is what it is. But eventually there will be a lower price, so then I would, jump on it. I'd be, maybe a year out, 2 years out, whatever it is. But that would interest me. I'd be more quick to purchase it, quick to pick it up if it was, maybe 200, 150, something like that. But really, that's all I got to say about that. I just wanted to give some quick thoughts, drop out a quick video. I know everybody's been waiting to hear from me. They've been, anticipating what I was going to say today. So, I just wanted to throw something out there. If you're still listening, probably, go check out Saggy Melons' channel. I'm going to be on that Friday. We're going to be talking about Tommy Tallarico. We're going to be talking about the Amico. We're going to be talking about other stuff, probably, Star Wars, maybe some Marvel stuff, whatever it is. Whatever comes up, whatever's clever. But you know how we do it on this channel. Love, peace, booty grease. We out this bitch.